We've got some great wins under our belt and some great projects in the pipeline.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Alexa Sweeney, Blackann, the Interim CEO of Lake to River. It's a pleasure to welcome you to this briefing. Coming out of our annual meeting in May as the lead economic development agency in the region, we committed to offering regular updates on progress and activity, and we intend to do that through forums like this throughout the year. Lake to River exists to accelerate business growth and job creation in our region. We do that through 3 focus areas: site development, business attraction and expansion, and then workforce development, all in partnership with JobsOhio on a wide range of local allies. We've got some great wins under our belt and some great projects in the pipeline. Sarah gave us a nice overview of what we're working on. Those projects come together with partners on the ground in Columbiana and Ashtabula. And so the project pipeline comes together in those 10 sectors that we work with JobsOhio. And so we identify companies that are looking to expand or grow, or companies that are looking to come to the area that are not currently here. And so we identify sites, we identify workforce opportunities, but those are really the main things that we have been able to put together such a successful first year in, and it's through partnerships like this that make that happen.
Year to date, we have had 4 projects close, a total investment of $811 million. That would result in 579 new jobs over the next 3 years and 61 retained jobs. Kimberly-Clark obviously is the 800 million, and that was announced earlier this year. We do have several others that are nearing the announcement phase, and those companies are determining when the right time to make the announcement would be for them, as well as we're finalizing that incentive process.
These projects are smaller in size, obviously, than Kimberly-Clark, but are throughout the 4 counties and are different opportunities, but they all either have a component that's job growth and expansion or capital expenditure. And so that's where we help them find incentives to do that work. So we'll announce those projects hopefully by the end of the year.
In order to support these types of investments, we need to have appropriate land or building locations for the company to make their investments. One of the areas that we're currently targeting is site development.
We now have 196 sites loaded on Zoom Prospector. Half of those are buildings, half of them are just land sites. And those continue to be our #1 source for companies looking to locate to the area or looking to expand. So it's really important that we pull as many of these together, find out what they need to make them more attractive to site selectors or companies, and put those together. I think Kimberly-Clark's a great example of that. Our team was really on the ground when in their work at the chamber level to introduce that site to the site selector that eventually led to Kimberly-Clark. So this team has a lot of experience doing that work, and they get to do it on the regional level now with our partnership with JobsOhio at Lake to River.
Right now we are managing 29 individual projects, all of which are industrial in nature, falling in the areas of advanced manufacturing, warehouse distribution, and we do have several data center projects, as well as 2 additional natural gas to electric power plants that are considering locations in the region.
In the last quarter, we've helped Eastgate secure new state funding for a feasibility study on a potential energy pipeline along State Route 11, an initiative that could be a game changer for regional infrastructure and future industrial growth.
We received funding from the state budget in the amount of $250,000 for this study, and that was a partnership with the Lake to River Caucus, Lake to River as an organization, as well as Eastgate Regional Council of Governments, who is leading this study. For our community, the Route 11 development has long been an area or a targeted area for us in partnership with our peers in Ashtabula and Columbiana counties. We're not yet sure if it will be feasible, number one. If it is, it certainly will take things to the next level with regard to the energy industry's engagement and how the installation of a pipeline could support industrial development along the corridor.
We know companies that are looking to move here or companies that are expanding here, they not only need the facilities, but they also need talent and workforce. So happy to update you guys on a couple initiatives that we're working on. primarily through JobsOhio. One of our, I think one of our key signature programs is our National Talent Attraction Program, Find Your Ohio. One of my roles since coming on with the organization is to get companies more involved with that program. Another thing we have been planning over probably the last year is we are holding our Regional Talent Summit, which will be coming up on Thursday, September 25th at the Eastwood Event Center.
It is a collection of all kinds of resources available in the 4 counties for employers, HR managers, leaders that are looking for how to further develop a workforce, what programs are available, what incentives, what funding might be available. So it's really trying to get all of that together and have those conversations in one room. And then Matt was able to secure a keynote speaker who specializes in Gen Z. So we heard loud and clear from our 4 counties that was one of the #1 topics that employers want to know about. So we were happy to pull that together and look forward to the 25th of September.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.